Hello everyone, I am Tacit and we're finally back. So today, of course, campaign week 15, or campaign 15, week 1, day 3. So, of course, first stream that we're actually doing of it. But, yeah, so of course, we've been gone for about a week. It's also been about a week since the patch. We've gone to mess around with it. I was able to complete the previous Underspire. I have not started this one, though I have been buying up the flames so we can go and, just do a bunch of rooms. I actually don't know if the loot for each one is the same every single time, if you guys happen to know. But otherwise, yeah, we did claim all the loot on the other one. It took 113 rooms, so we did get a little bit lucky. The last two we got really, really lucky on. Because we basically, for the first several, like, we were going down every single path and had, like, the max amount of rooms to be able to find it. My very last two I found, like, near immediately. Like, the first path I went down, I was like, oh, there it is. Well, that was convenient. Yeah, 113 torches end up taking. I'll be having a video kind of going over that soon, but first we need to get the weekly video out. Hopefully this Friday, because I don't think we have a special event going on Friday, do we? I need to figure that out, too. Actually, we could go check Terran's World real quick. Oh, wow, this is still up from all the way back then. Gosh, this is before we left. I guess it just remembers it forever. Also, thank you, Nightmare! For the continued support. Greatly appreciated. Thanks a ton. Alright, what was I checking? I want to go check... oh, I was already on the right page. I wanted to go check what the weekend event is this week. Vault event? No, that's next weekend. Wait, is it August? No, how many days are in this month? Yeah, that's next week's Friday, not this Friday. This week's Friday is a faction event for Stonesong Area. Oh, is it any good? Stonesong Area troops are actually generally pretty good. How do I get the page for you? That's not it. How do I get the page for you? That's also not it. Well, fine. I'll do plan B. Or plan C, whatever we're at right now. Let me go to main menu. Let me go to troops. Does this thing do anything good? Let me go bring this into a new tab so we can actually see it properly. Oh yeah, this guy looks actually pretty good. I don't know if I want to overwrite him yet. Let's overwrite the useless glory troop that came out this week. Anyways. So, are you any good? It deals magic plus 5 true scatter damage, and if there's a storm, deal double damage. Oh, it's useless. Boo. That's unfortunate. Why are so many of the new troops you get from factions so bad? Though next week is huge. We get the really good gold boost ratio guy. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'll be able to mess around with him. This could be a lot of fun when he comes out. Anyways, hello everyone, by the way. Let me say all the hellos. Hope all you guys have been doing well. Hello, let me start from top. Hello, NASA. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Roman! Hello, Defiance. How was the trip? The trip was really good. Well, I'll talk about a couple things for it a little bit later. I haven't been playing Gems of War correctly, and you're missing your weekly videos. I'll be able to have it up sometime tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe even tonight, but probably sometime tomorrow. And I want to cover a video going over Underspire, because by then we probably would have almost completed this Underspire. We already completed the other Underspire. So I kind of just want to go do like an overview kind of guide over it since we haven't done, like technically any video on it. So far, all of our content on 7.0 has all been streams, including right now. We haven't actually done a single video since 7.0. Actually, when I do the weekly video tomorrow or later tonight, that'll be the first video we have up on 7.0 that isn't specifically a stream. Hello, Define. Hello, Ginky. Hello, Mary. Let's see. Trying to read through all the chat. And as Isabel definitely, as mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Hello, Lester, with all the bananas, as per usual. Hello, Roman. Hello, let's see who in this, hello, Jason. Thank you again, Nightmare. Greatly appreciated. Hello, Genki. Hello, hello, Kikolia. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, everyone else. Anyways, so... I don't know, should we start at Underspire? I think we should start at Underspire. But yeah, did anyone actually mention, because I didn't see any things, are they all the same? Oh yeah, I didn't even build a team for the... Oh yeah, that might be one thing that will be helpful for the weekly video. I should probably go build all the teams for the week. Well, I know we have access to Sycorax. Actually, I already built... wait, did I already build one? I kind of did, because the other one was a Black Hawk restriction too. Let me go get that one. Let's see, how did I set this one up? Because I might set it up slightly different for this. Because I believe I set this one up already. No, I did not. Oh, you know where I might have set it? Did I set it for the mode itself? And I just didn't copy paste it over? Yeah, that's why I did. Okay. Let me go grab this. I didn't end up using Hero on it, oddly enough. You definitely could offset it by 1. But I ended up going down this route. Go to Games, go to Underspire. Go to Paste. And there we go. But yeah, Sycorax, Kraken, Megavore, Scurvy. We're basically just using Cycrax, you know, basically that core with a mana accumulator and power. And it's pretty much a game plan, just mass mana accumulating off of Cycrax. This might be a little bit too much damage early on, for just an all enemies hitting option. Do we even have a good all enemies option? No, not really. Weapon? None. Oh gosh. The best we have is like a 3 damage per extra turn off of a Kraken. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I guess we'll have to stick with this then. That's fine. We just have to kill them like 2 at a time instead of 4 at a time. Yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, it's always based on whatever the kingdom is. It replaces over their Explore too. So for example, like right now, you can't be doing Black Hawk Explorer. Not like anyone would really want to, but you know. You can't be at the moment. But it basically just makes it so it's kingdom restriction, which for some kingdoms, obviously, that's going to be way harder than others. Luckily, this kingdom's not too bad for it. Same as the one we had previously. They weren't like the best things, you know, team synergy-wise, but they definitely weren't the locations with the worst synergy, if nothing else. As there are definitely quite a few locations that would be absolutely abysmal for doing this with. And what will we have next week? Oh, next week is going to be so easy with Adana. Oh yeah, also we have a new campaign. I didn't really mention it, but we have those new gems, those new booty gems. And of course, your first lantern is free. Every other one costs money. Oh, we got the wild card one here first. That does seem like one of the stronger ones. I was messing with the Doomskull one, and it didn't actually seem as good because the enemy generally gains more value from it than you do. So yeah, doesn't work out too well sometimes. Let's see. Also, hello, Jamie. Hello, Anthony. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You skipped my hello. Did I say hello to you, Tyrion? Hello, Tyrion. I thought I did. My bad. Also, hello, Sushi Ninja. Yeah, the 3 damage per extra turn from Kraken used to be the meta. Like, way back when. Double Kraken, what was it? Like, Justice Double Kraken something? Used to be kind of meta. Or like some kind of double Kraken team. I actually forget what it is off the top of my head. But there was a double Kraken team that was like literally the entire meta at one point in the game. Which of course is far past at this point. Didn't one of its things get nerfed? I think its Devour rate got nerfed. Didn't it used to be like 50% or something? I know something got it on it got nerfed. And it wasn't its extra turn damage. That was actually kept intact, I do believe. There's something on it got nerfed. But yeah, the new booty gems, all they do is they can't be moved or anything. Well, you know, they can't be matched, I should say. But all they do is just give you 10 gold when destroyed. So nothing particularly special. However, you know, there might be some gold farming teams that end up utilizing it into the future. All right, so we know... actually, that could still be it. But this is dead end. I don't know. We're not going to go there yet. And then again, we already know just one room that will have that data. So you know what? We'll go there. What if it's actually there? I feel like it's too close, though, but we only have to use 1 torch to check, so we might as well. It's almost guaranteed going to be a dead end, though. But we'll check. It's only a torch. But yeah, I'm not sure how, but it only took me 113 torches, or, you know, total room completions in order to get it done the first time, which I'm pretty sure was below average. I want to say it takes like 130 to 150-ish, give or take a few. But yeah, we got really lucky in the end there. And the lanterns didn't really help us at all as far as lowering it down. Because that's counting like total number of rooms completed. So the lanterns didn't really help much there. Wait, what did I just cast? Oh, did I just click Cycrax? I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Well, I guess it worked out because the extra turn damage is actually so much at this lower range. Yeah, I had a feeling that'd be a dead end. I'm not sure why I even checked that. Waste of a torch. Yeah, it used to be 50% chance the Devour Bow is nerfed to 35%. Okay, that was the change. It's been so long, I've completely forgotten. Well, that sounds about right. Because I know it used to have a higher Devour rate back in the day. One of the things that actually made it really viable. And then they started, yeah, they did that, yet they added like Iron Gut like 2 years later or whatever it was. That has, you know, 100% Devour rate against everything in the entire game, so. Or almost everything. So that was short-lived. Trying to balance Devour. That was very short-lived. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the whole, like, delving kind of aspect of it. I was considering, like, oh, should we only go for, like, the 50 gem per day thing or go for the free? But honestly, we're just ending full gems every single time. And see what we can get from it. I do want to see if the rooms are the same, though. Like, as far as the loot per thing. Because if so, 4 and 6, I believe, are the really, really good ones. Technically the final one as well, though the final one not as much. Because 4 was Silver Orb. 6 was Gold Orb, which was insane. And the final had Pet Orb. Which, I would still say Gold Major Orb is better. But, you know, it's not a bad loot. I was breaking down the math based on gem value, and it actually is worth it. Even with only 1 lantern to go all the way. Assuming you have the spare gems. Obviously, if you don't, then don't. But if you have the spare gems to throw around, from what I can tell, it is actually still worth it to go all the way. Even with only 1 lantern, it is still worth it to try to go all the way to the end. And just lantern the 6 battle for the gold, double gold. Assuming all the rooms are still the same loot. Which I'm not sure if they're going to change from week to week. Pretty sure someone on the forum has already gone deep enough. Though, I'm not sure if anyone's actually completed it yet. Because unless you spent, like, you know, a lot on it this week, you would not have had it done yet. Because otherwise you would only have access to 66. And it takes roughly at least 100, if nothing else. So, yeah, I highly doubt anyone has actually gone to the final rooms yet to check this week. But we'll kind of be able to tell from, like, the first or second loot. Okay, he's not going to do... I really hate how much mana you're blocking with this Moloch constantly hitting you. This is not working out that well, and that could be very problematic at later fights. Yeah, this isn't quite a dead end yet. I'm surprised, we haven't done the door yet. From what I can tell, it always seems to be, like, to the other side of the door. Because I started to get, like, a slight strategy going for the later ones. And see if it'll work. But first I need to know where the door is. Then we can kind of figure it out from there. Can you give us a skull? That is perfect. There we go. Oh, so hello, Yatsumorph. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, where are we right now? Okay, we're gonna make a right. That's probably where the door is. Then again, you know what? We got a double path over here. Go this way. The door's to the right. The room that we need to go to is probably up right or up left. Alright, I kind of want to do this on green or brown. I mean, green or blue. Because of our convert. But because of the current coloration of the board, we're going to have to go for brown there. Which is not ideal, because then the sky does nothing. I might need to adjust our team ever so slightly. This team definitely works a lot better when it has access to enchant. Which, because I made this team for the other event, where you know you have enchant. Whereas here you do not, so it doesn't work out as well. Also because Sacrax is mana blocking like crazy. Honestly, I almost just want to replace it with double Kraken. I feel like double Kraken would work out a little bit better. Especially for the extra damage per extra turn. Stacks up to be quite a bit over time. Even though that number has never been updated, you know, it still keeps chipping. And that's one thing with the shiny cards too. Oh yeah, we finally got access to some shinies. Though we haven't got access to any mode where you can farm them though, right? Because I'm pretty sure the only shinies we have are the turtle. So we don't even know what his ability is yet, unless it's all been data mined on Terran's Road or something, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is by now. But, yeah, we only have for the turtle so far. Little turtle guy. And, yeah, he has a little shiny effect on him. He actually looks really cool. I do like what they did with it. But yeah, the Chris turtle. Hopefully it'll actually be, but yeah, this is what it looks like shiny. Well, you guys all already have it as well, but, yeah, when he's fully upgraded, he's basically like Apothecary then. Apothecary is a 10 mana cost that converts a chosen color to brown. And this would then become a 10 mana cost that converts a certain color to brown. They just have a different effect. This would bury or submerge and whatever extra effect he gets for double shiny. Whereas Apothecary is 4 times cleanse. The sad part is a fully shiny Chris Turtle might still be weaker than a non-shiny Apothecary. This does have the little bit of score reduction going for it. And the fact that it could be used in Bounty Hunter, which back in the day it used to be, instead of Ogress, but then Ogress just became, when it came out, was just better than it. Because generally, the only thing you really need to feed brown to, for the most part, unless some other mana accumulator, is Takaraki. And he feeds way too much brown mana, with the fact that it's the only color you're getting. Like, you're going to be getting like 30, 40 brown mana, and it's just a bit overkill for Bounty Hunter, whereas Ogress fills into everything, including your Takaraki. So it ends up working out a lot better than Chris Turtle. But it's kind of funny that, yeah, even Apothecary, because of the 4 times cleanse, will likely still be better than Chris Turtle fully maxed and shiny, which is kind of sad. But, yeah. The Deep Shrine is a huge ripoff. Oh, do we have that going on this week? I didn't even check. I didn't even bother clicking the button. What does it do? But yeah, from what I was looking at, based on the fact that it's money-based, it does seem like it's not worth it. Let's see. So, oh, whoa, that is super not worth it. I thought this would be $2 every time. No, it's going up each time. Oh, that is super not worth it. That is exceedingly not worth it. How much is that total? 20, 35, 45, 50, 52. If I did the math right, that is 52. Yeah, that is super ultra not worth it. I thought I wasted some money spending 10 last week. Gosh, that's the way you really waste your money. No, if you want to spend money on this event, you should only spend like $2 to buy the things once. And just use 1 lantern per boss room. And just do that. That's like the max you should spend on Underspire. Everything else is super not worth it. It's either nothing, or literally nothing you don't want to do to gems. You either have to do like absolutely nothing and just go see how far you can get. 50 gems per day, max gems per day, or max gems per day with $2. Those are like the only options, pretty much. And I think I'm going for max gems. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend the $2, so we kind of have to figure that out beforehand. I don't think I will, because realistically, what are you really getting from that $2? You're getting extra silver, you're getting extra pet orb, you're getting, I guess, an extra Imperial. It's not a lot. But you have to keep in mind, you're going to be using your 1 torch on the gold. So you're not getting an extra gold in that sense. So there's not much of a point even spending the $2 either. Because the main most noteworthy reward that you get, the major glory, you can just save your 1 lantern for it and you're good to go. Lantern 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Wait, are the rewards different this week? Because I could have sworn last week the only ones were... Oh, nice. We found it really early this time. Wait, this is the first time ever that I have found the boss room before the door. Every single time so far, I found the door first. So if I had to guess based on this layout, the door is to the right. There's only 2 places it really could be. It's probably over there. But yeah, this is the first time ever I've actually found one before the thing. Wait, is the loot the same? Because I didn't see anyone in chat really mention anything on it. Let's see. How does 1 troop become shiny? So far we haven't had the game mode or whatever they're adding to end up doing it. The only way you can have any shiny right now is the turtle that they sent in the mail. But so far the mode that you get the shiny things from hasn't actually occurred yet. So, we don't have a way to get the shinies yet. Is it some kind of rotating mode? Alright, it is the same. Okay. So yeah, it seems like it's just going to be the same loot every single time. Which means the ones that were worthwhile were 1, 4, and 6. Wait, what was 5 that you mentioned it was worthwhile? Because 1 was the glory, 4 was silver, if I'm not mistaken, 6 was gold, 7 was pet. 2 was imperial. What was 4? I thought 4 was useless. Isn't it just like Orb of Ascension? Or something? I could have sworn it was something pretty useless. Because 1, 4, 6 were the glories. 2 was imperial. And 7 was pet. Anyways, let's go find a store. Let's see. Also, make sure not to accidentally click that lantern. I'm sure there's a warning menu for it. Let's see. Actually, let's do the poll. How many of you guys are buying the $2 option? Let's see. Starter poll. Do you plan on getting the $2 lanterns from Deep Delves? Or not Deep Delves, whatever this mode is called. Underspire. Underspire for max loot. Always, sometimes, and never. But, there we go. Because that's like the max you should ever spend on the mode. The only reason I went crazy with it at the end of the other one, or, you know, before we went, was just because we were going on vacation anyways. So I was like, might as well just send a bunch. But, yeah, I never intend to spend that much ever again, obviously. It was 100% not worth it. And I already knew that beforehand. I just wanted to do it for the fun of it. But, and it was fun. But, I don't know. I feel like I would sometimes do it. But honestly, It's basically like an $8 monthly pass if you kept doing it every single month. Or, every single time. It adds up pretty quickly, like $8 a month. And you're not getting too much for it. Because as long as you use your one lantern on the gold glory, you're not getting too much for that $2. You're getting a pet orb, an imperial, a small glory, a silver glory, and that's pretty much it. The rest are just like knick-knack stuff you don't really need. Also, you have to keep in mind, if you are even going to bother buying a torch pack, you basically have to spend the max 2,400 gems per week, which obviously not a lot of people have that much spare gems just sitting around. Obviously we do, luckily. However, the average player probably doesn't have 2,400 gems every single week to be throwing at it. Because that's a lot per month. That's what? That's 9,600 gems per month. Which, yeah, that's a really big number. Very big number. Though, if you break it down, it is the same cost as buying, gosh, what's it called? By buying Dragonite every day. Remember when we were buying Dragonite every day for like 5 months because we got absurdly lucky on the thing? Or unlucky, I mean. That's basically the same cost. Or by basically the same cost, I mean it is the same cost. It's literally 300 gems per day. And it's weird. This is the first time ever I found the boss door before the door. Because in all of my delving last time, or whatever you call it, underspiring, and all the underspiring from last time, I have never a single time till just now found the boss room before the actual door unlock. Interesting. Also, thank you for your continued support, Clip-On. Greatly appreciate it. Fun part about the lanterns, you still have to win. Yeah, I actually did have that happen. I actually did not get double pet orb on the final boss room because I only had exact number of lanterns left. And because I was mobile and not really paying attention, I actually lost the final fight because Diamantina hit so hard and because the main damage we had was Ketris. So yeah, even you can still lose the lantern fights. Like buying it a single time assumes you're going to win every single one once. But yeah, you can lose, which is a factor. Which is slightly annoying because the really good loot is the 6th battle, which is the second hardest battle. However, it isn't the Diamantina fight, so it isn't as bad. I'm not sure if it's always the same Gem Dragon color. Does anyone remember what color the last Gem Dragon was? I could have sworn it was purple, which is the one of the slightly more intimidating ones, but isn't that bad. Honestly, all of them compared to Diamantina isn't that bad. We're past the first door already, so that's nice. Also, yeah, we're going to be using a lot of torches today. It's kind of in the title as well. But we're using 66 torches. I saved all of them for now. I was doing a couple other things off stream, like the world event and stuff like that. And, the standard dailies. Dungeon and adventure board, all that. But I wanted to save all the torches for when we got back. Which is right now. Let's see how far we can get with 66. Which is the max gem that you could buy per day. And also, as we mentioned before, though we haven't really utilized till just now, you can delay your torches as much as you want. You can literally delay every torch till Sunday if you want, and then just spend them all on Sunday. Because I didn't use any on Monday, didn't use any on Tuesday, and now we're just spending them all now. So that is one nice thing about the Underspire, which I really do like. You can just do it whenever. Like, you don't have to keep chipping at it every single day. You don't get penalized for just doing it all at once. I believe you do have to log in to get your 7 free things per day. And obviously, if you want to buy any of the torches, you need to be logging in to, actually buy them. But aside from that, you can just pile up all the torches, use them on the weekend, and be good to go. You don't have to use them immediately. It's not something like Underworld where, if you don't use them every single day, you just go and be gone. But for Underspire, they last forever. Or not forever, but for the duration of the Underspire. For the week. Oh, that's not an extra turn. I'm still going to take it, but that's not an extra turn. Oh, that is, though. 5 times brown from Sky randomly. I'll take it. Alright, I need you to have full mana. You know what we could do? I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to feed into purple, and then... Oh, no! I needed that purple! No! I wanted to do purple because it goes directly into the thing. And I want to do that because that'd be kill range, but there we go. How exactly I wanted it to go, but it did indeed work out. Alright, let's go look at where we are right now. Where do I think it would go? Honestly, we're so in the middle right now, it could be absolutely any direction. Based on how most of this layout is, I want to say the door is going to be over there. Let me start moving in that direction. As far as the actual room thingy, that could be absolutely anywhere, though. Alright, what do we even want? We need... Honestly, I think we're gonna get rid of that guy from first slot. I need to just put, like, Kraken in first slot and just, like, spam Kraken. Honestly, I'm about to make my team 4 Krakens. The old meta of when Kraken was literally every team. But honestly, I'm about to bring it back for these earlier fights because, gosh, for these battles taking forever. This was made for the current world events and not so much the Underspire. So we are going to need to make some adjustments. Maybe there's a good hero weapon that works really good with Kraken. I'll need to go double check. Because if there is, we need to go like triple Kraken plus that weapon. Just run it that way. Oh, don't you get a respawn? There's just one right there if you didn't get that. You know what? I'm actually going to go straight into purple because we still can. Just do that. Throw down the Kraken, we're good to go. Yeah, sorry, Sakurax, you're too slow for this mode. At least this early on, anyways. I don't feel like this one is the one, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, before we do, let me go fix this team. Do we have any good weapon? Oh, also, you know what I did? One thing that was really funny, because I was on mobile and not really paying attention. I saw, so to be able to upgrade to the next star level of, Blackhawk, you need to have, 12 maxed weapons from, Blackhawk. In order to have 12 max weapons, from Blackhawk, in order to get to 26 stars from 25 to 26, you need to have every single Blackhawk weapon upgraded. If we go check over here, because there's exactly 12. One of those weapons is a Doom weapon. I thought it was an epic weapon because it's completely purple. So I was like, oh yeah, epic weapon. And then I forgot, oh yeah, the new patch made it so, you know, it has the color of the card. So I saw this, it was like, oh, just an epic weapon. Why have I not maxed this yet? Let me go max it. And then I upgraded it and didn't use any of the orbs, and then realized, oh, I just wasted like 20, 30 or so of the things. Because ideally, if you're not using a major orb, you want to upgrade to like 6 or 7, and then use the Orb of Forgings for the final few. And, yeah, that's really... Oh, wait, do you actually need the paid weapon? Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you technically do... this is one of the few instances where that's actually come up. Oh, which one even is the paid weapon? Actually, there's an easy way to check. I think it's the bone one. Because yeah, I got it for free back when it was free. Yeah, the bone one, that's why I thought Skullblade. This thing was actually meta when it first came out. Not like super meta, but like usable meta. It removed all skulls and deals a bunch of damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by skulls removed. It was never like meta defining, but you know, it was like decently usable at a point. Whereas nowadays it is super dead content. Though apparently not, because it's actually required to get 26 star Blackhawk. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Because it requires every single weapon, which does include technically that one money-locked weapon right now. It wasn't always money-locked, but currently it is if you don't have it. But yeah, I accidentally wasted like 30-something of my purple scroll thingies. Because I saw the purple border and was thinking the old, you know, the way that it normally works, where, oh, purple means it's epic rarity. But no, purple just means it's purple color now. It does not mean purple rarity. Also, they were mentioning, they'll probably have a master post that will go up literally the second I end the stream, because it tends to be when they post those things. But they were actually going to post tonight on the accessibility thing, and with that, like the visual of the cards, like what they're planning to change, based on feedback. So they're going to be making a post on that, so I'll be able to go over that tomorrow night, because there's a very small chance they'll have that up by the time we actually end the stream. And they'll probably have it up literally as soon as we click the end stream button, because that has happened multiple times before. But yeah, sometime in the next couple hours or so, assuming they do it on time, they should be making a post on the forum on how they're going to be addressing the whole card color thing, and, you know, like the screen and, you know, stuff like that, for better visual readability. So, you know, we'll have that up and be able to go over that hopefully tomorrow, assuming they actually still do that. Oh, so I just realized, have I not changed my team? I was about to go change my team, and now I've proceeded to continuously not change my team. Because I was about to go over the weapons, and then proceeded to get exceedingly distracted. Anyways, what do I want to run? I came here to go grab, like, a Blackhawk weapon or something. And that is not what happens. Oh, you create blue and red. Plus you block purple? Ah, that's so bad. Wait, Kraken doesn't even use blue or red. No wonder why I didn't bother building that team initially. Wait, you can't even do that. It doesn't even use blue or red. Well, you know what we'll do? Build a weird team. Let me get a Kraken. Get a Kraken. Let's just get a nice safe hero class. Maybe like a frost mage, something quicker. You know what? Let's actually go archmagus because we were using a lot of purple there. And then we change the banner to Kraken. Do we go double blue? Yeah, double blue. You know what? I might as well do double blue purple. What can we minus that we don't use? Red. We don't use red. Okay, let's roll with that. So we're using +2 blue, +1 red. You know what? Let me grab this team too. We'll be needing it. Also, I just realized we're gonna need to cover Underspire teams every single week too now, when we cover the weekly videos. But though in all fairness, there is overlap, so maybe we don't. Because if there's overlap between the World Event and Underspire, like, it's basically just the teams. Oh, I still haven't copy-pasted the other one there yet. Well, I'll do that later. That's funny. But they do have overlap. Like, that same team could still be ran for the other event too, technically. But anyways, let's go run this team for now. Obviously, this won't be running the entire time, but it'll be good for now. Your goal is to elite metal troops. Getting 2 a week is super awesome. Yeah, it does speed it up a lot, that is for sure. Like, a lot. It's actually the main thing that made me go from, will I spend only 50 gems a week to doing it maxed. Is 2 gold a week is actually a lot. Like, 2 major gold glory orb thingies. That is a lot of progress to have, considering the rate at which mythics come into the game. Because that is exceedingly quicker than the rate of new mythics. On average, we get about 1.3 mythics per month, give or take. Obviously, it can vary. Oh, yeah, like the new mythic that's in Soulforge right now. Need to go over him, too. But, actually, I haven't even used him much yet. He's an interesting premise, to say the least. Oh, a double dead end there. But he's definitely an interesting premise, to say the least. Oh, I just realized something. Wait, why'd I go that way? That was on the other side of the door. Wait, I didn't even need to go that way. Wait, why did I do all those battles? Wait, this whole time I've been doing those battles there. That's not even the other side of the door. We just wasted like 3 or 4 torches. Oh no. I didn't even notice that wasn't the other side of the door. Whoops. I've been talking so much and not paying attention that I just wasted like 4 torches. Hopefully that won't be the 4 torches we need to get all the way to the end. Whoops. Mistakes have been made. Luckily we found the other thing super early, so it's not too big a deal. But yeah, that's not even on the other side of the thingy. I wish there was a, by default, a further zoomed out version of the map. Just so you can actually see that a little bit better. Because it's hard to tell when you're switching from section to section. It's a little bit easier once you have the first 2 sections done. But it's harder to tell like what your first section is. I guess you can kind of base it based on the starting room. So from there to there is the first section. And from here to here is going to be the next section. I can't believe I just did that. Hopefully we'll have enough torches. I don't know, how many torches did it take you guys to finish out last week? For any of you that did go all the way. Because I'll be going over that when we do the video on Underspire. But it was at 113, because I do have a couple screenshots of it. So no video recordings. But a couple screenshots of it that I have to send over to the PC from the phone. Of our little expedition. Let's see. We'll take that one over. You're able to gold 4 mythics, including the new mythic. Nice. But yeah, it progresses you quite a bit. Because as I was mentioning before, I accidentally just did like 4 incorrect rooms. Wait, 85 to 90 is all it took you to get to the end? Wow, that was super lucky. Super nice. But, okay, I keep getting distracted on my train of thought. What was I just talking about? It was something related to something. Something Underspire related, I'm pretty sure. Was it not? I lost my train of thought. Was it related to Zulgoth? Oh yeah, it was related to the orbs. But, what was I talking about with the orbs? Oh yeah, the rate of mythics is about 1.3 per month. And you get now, just from Underspire, assuming you have the gems, just from Underspire, with 0 money cost, you can, in theory, get 8 gold medals per week. I mean, per month, I mean. When the mythic rate is only 1.3 or so coming into the game. So that means it is actually now ridiculously realistic to, well, maybe not so. Obviously, it's still a lot of gems. But it is now a lot more realistic than it was to gold elite every single mythic in the game, including just every single card in the game now. As you'll eventually be able to do that for legends and everything else like that. Hello, Cookie! Yeah, mythic rate's about 1.3 per month. And now gold medal rate just from Underspire, assuming you do it all, is 8. So that's not too bad. But that is assuming a cost of like 9,600 gems per month, which, you know, adds up pretty quickly. It's definitely not something you would prioritize as a newer player, but later in the game is a really convenient way to actually get it all completed. Alright, this team is starting to get past its due date on its viability. I'm not sure what I want to do with this team, though. Like, I definitely want to go back to the Cycrox build at some point. Because I do feel like something like that's going to be our best option once we get a little bit deeper. You could always try a tank hero class up front, just with a weapon. Even just go down the Bronze Lock Pistol as, like, Elementalist. Followed by, like, Cycrox something something. Oh yeah, it is far less time in gems than doing, well, maybe not less gems. But, oh yeah, it is far less, time in gems than doing Merchant. I thought we were going to say Explore, you know, doing Explore itself. But yeah, compared to Merchant, though generally Merchant you'd be doing alongside other grinds. Very rarely do you go out of your way just to farm Merchants, even though we have in the past. But, and Merchants are still good for deeds until they add a good deed option. Because for whatever reason, Underworld doesn't really give you deeds. Well, obviously that one Imperial, or technically 2 Imperial if you go for the Lantern on it. But aside from that, you don't get any deeds from Underworld, other than Imperial, which doesn't help you getting deed books because it's not elemental based. Alright, down is definitely dead. Oh, then again, it could go over to the left there. Yeah, it's less gem than Merchant and less time than Explorer. So overall, honestly, it's not that bad. I've personally been enjoying the mode a lot. Still a few tweaks they could kind of do to it, though. I'm not sure if they're going to really rebalance it much. But overall, this is probably my favorite mode in the game now. And the pathing for it's a lot better than any pathing they've had so far. Because pathing for something like, oh, I'm trying to think of the event. We barely ever have it. Journey events. The pathing for journey events was non-existent. You just take bigger number. The pathing for Underworld was, it made you have to think, but it made you have to think too much. Because it was, you basically have to take all the multiplier orders and then, like, value of, like, all the treasure rooms, and it was just so much you'd have to put into consideration for every single pathing choice. Whereas this is a lot more straightforward what you need to do, while still giving you, like, the option to go around properly. Which has definitely been the best pathing they've had so far for any event that has had, like, choosing your path kind of mechanic. With Underworld being the second best. But Underworld's was very annoying. Just because how all the multipliers work, and that they stack, and that you have to put into, like, all the treasure room loot, and then, I don't know, it's just kind of a mess in figuring it out. Or just a lot more straightforward while still giving you a lot of options, which is really nice. Personally been enjoying it. Because of course we didn't actually get to show all the other ones that we did at the end, but I had a lot of fun with that on vacation. Just messing around. Let's see, the room could be over here. I feel like it's gonna be the Merchant, though. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I still haven't even bought in the Season Pass yet. I think the weapon for it was pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. The Mythic looked average, and the rest is just the normal junk that's always in there. Well, some of it's not junk, but you know, the normal stuff that's normally in there. You skip boss 3 both weeks due to finding Goblin Merchant before boss. Oh no, well, how bad was the loot for Battle 3? Is it even worth spending 300 gems on it? Oh! That's how someone who did 85 or 90 got there. I was gonna say, someone who mentioned 85 or 90, I was like thinking, wait, how did they get it that quick? But yeah, duh, they used some of the door skips. Because yeah, with door skips, you can get there in like 70? If you did like max door skips. I wouldn't really advise it, but this is an option. I'm not sure at what ratio would it start to become better. I guess technically Zone 1 might be one of your best door skips. Because if you can find a door very quickly in Zone 1, you guarantee get the merchant on your way there. Every other merchant for every other zone other than 1 you have to find. Whereas in Zone 1, not only is it only 100 gems, but it also is guaranteed that you would have found the merchant before finding the door. Whereas in every other situation, you could very much just not find the merchant. Oh yeah, it is a minor glory though, so you would be skipping minor glory if you did that. Honestly, yeah, I guess a minor glory is still worth it. I was gonna say, is it really worth it after you max out every, and there's the epic vault key with the Imperial. But I was gonna say, like, is it really worth it after the thing? But yeah, I guess it technically is. Because even if you're only using on a legend, that's still an Anu. An Anu is like 500 gems. If you were trying to get it through other means. And even if you're using on an epic, well, that's like 400 gems if you're going to try to get an Arania. Slightly cheaper if you do it through like some of the other things in the game, but still. But yeah, I guess you never would want to skip that one, would you? Oh, you think I forgot how to give out codes? Oh yeah, I actually forgot I even have a code section. Oh yeah, it's still Shark Month, by the way. So will like the beginning of next month, because I still have so many codes left. Actually, I'm gonna, let's see, how many shark codes do I have left? Yeah, let me go hand out a code. Let's see, how many shark codes do I have left? I want to say 20-something. When even was Shark Week, by the way? Actually, I did get to go swimming some while I was in New Jersey, which is actually a rarity, because normally when I go to see my dad, I go there during the winter. I was even supposed to this year. However, the reason I didn't was because they didn't have any one-way flights to New Jersey. So I was mostly just waiting until then. And then I was going to go for Father's Day, but then he had some back issues. So I went, you know, last week. And here we are now. But I was making some kind of point. I already forgot what I was trying to say. But yeah, I normally don't get to go swimming because normally I'm there in the winter. And obviously, especially in New Jersey where it does get colder during the winter. Because I'm not used to that here. During the winter, it's like still summer here. But, you know, it's actually cold down there in the winter. So they normally don't have to pull up and they have it all closed and filtered up or, you know, whatever. The little... whatever the screen thing is on it. But anyways, yeah, I don't normally get to go swimming there. But since I went there in the summer, I was actually able to. And it was pretty fun. I haven't been in a pool for a while because the community pool by me I don't really care for too much. The chemicals that they use in it just like too overpowering. Because it's like one of the community ones, so they put like way too much chemicals in it. I don't really like going to the ocean because of how polluted it is these days. I don't swim in the community one because it's so chlorine-y, whatever other chemicals they put in it. Yeah, I'm currently running Triple Kraken just because the earlier sections. It is starting to get past its past due date on usability though. However, man, it was working at the time. It was fine for the time being. And honestly, it's still kind of fine now. It's doing what it needs to do. But no, we will be going back to the Cycrax team. Maybe like an Elementals up front, something like that. Well, for now, it's doing what it needs to do. But, let's see. If we were to go do another switch, what would be our best bet? Megavore extra turn spam? Wait, I got a plan. Wait. Plan is formed. Oh, I only have 2 Megavores! No, I want to go 3 Megavore. Oh, you can still make this work. I go Cycrax and then weapon. Wait. Plan is formed. I have formed plan. This was actually really really old, oh, technically not this exact team because these weapons didn't even exist at the time. But really old Underworld meta before, not Zolgoth. Those, I don't think Zolgoth even existed back then either. But before Iron Gut existed, one meta that there was the 8% insta-kill into an infinite loop with Megavore. And you know what? We're bringing it back. Because honestly, I think it might be our best bet, especially for the later end at this point. So, you know what? We're just going to roll with this. It'll be fine. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, banner. Definitely double brown. Just haven't figured out what the other color is yet. I guess blue? Double brown, blue. And oddly enough, I can actually use the hero class from the kingdom. Oh, and apparently the banner too, because I don't have a different one, do we? Oh, no, perfect. That one. But yeah, we just run this. And then run Corsair, because I want the extra blues. Which is also from the kingdom, so we get even more bonus for the weapon. Because the weapon boost ratio is based on all Blackhawks. And this counts as a Blackhawk now. Alright, there we go. That'll be our team. Sacrax, weapon, double Megavore. The very old meta of when Megavore was like the only thing that could insta-kill in the game. Because if I'm not mistaken, Zolgoth didn't exist at the time. Iron Gut didn't exist until a couple months later. So like, this was the only way. Sacrax didn't exist at the time, so ignore him, but... they get to like Truffle Loop or something? I don't remember what the exact option was. But there was some kind of way to make it loop. And then we just throw down the Megavores to clear out the rest. Yeah, it's pretty much the game plan. There's a Sacrax loop, Megavore, just random kills over and over again. And that is the entire strategy here. Let's see, use Bronze Black Pistol with Elementals. With loop brown and blue. Oh, you finally maxed out level 20 Soulforge. Nice! And final orb on your other account. Very nice. Making great progress. Oh, did we just instantly get the... Oh, that's funny. We got the insta-kill, but he became a dragon. Or, you know, the baby dragon thing, so he just came right back. And let's see now. Oh, gosh, he could revive again. Oh, good, he doesn't have his trait. Or does he? No, he does have his trait. Never mind. Watch him revive again. You know he's going to. There's like a 100% chance he's going to. With that 25% chance he has. You knew it! I called it! Did I not say it was a 100% chance? But there we go. You knew it was going to happen. And there's only one more revive that can happen, so let's see it happen. So far, every other one is triggered. Okay, good. We finally had one that didn't. Well, that would have been horrible. That would have been a 50% into two 25%. Alright. Oh, no, I didn't want to use that. Okay, good. I don't even have one. Let's see. This is almost guaranteed dead end. Do we think anything's going to be over there, though? Or then again, I don't know. It could be either way. Let's go up first, I guess. I feel like up's not going to be the way, though. Like, this definitely does seem like a down moment. Either the door or the room will be down, so let me go down. Because one or the other is going to be down here. Which one, I have no clue, but one or the other has to be down here. It's most likely the door, if I had to guess. My biggest issue with this team is getting the initial mana. Once we get that mana, we're kind of good to go. The problem is we only really have one Empower option. And that one Empower option only really feeds us blue. Oh, there's an insta-kill already. Didn't even get the team rolling, we're already killing things. Alright, start us on to brown. Start us down and hope it doesn't miss. Yeah, mostly didn't miss. And I would love if you guys could just get the kill, otherwise we'll just go for Megavores, I guess. We do have insta one-shots with those. Alright, good thing we went down here because now we have a lot more paths opening up. Kind of figure out what's going on down there. You have 1k plus event keys for these Asian week. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good things. If any of you guys been saving up event keys, or want to go save up a bunch of event keys and get a bunch this week or something, next week is a really good week for it. Iron Gut's going to be in drop table. Nearly every single goblin is usable, and the entire drop table next week is goblins. We're also getting a pretty good new goblin next week that might, not might, it literally will be the new meta for gold farming. Well, gold farming isn't too needed in the current state of the game. It definitely can be pretty helpful to get, like, infinite gold. Or, you know, the highest, quickest rates of gold. And it does seem like this new troop that's coming out next week will be used for the quickest gold farming teams in the game. I'll definitely have to mess around with them. Seems to have a lot of potential. Alright, what way do we want to go? At this point, it could be left or right. I'm going to go for right, though. Oh, so we'll have another redeem code in a little bit, by the way. You have a new team? What kind of new team do you have? Could also be that there's gold farming. Oh wait, I can't see the other word because some other thing's blocking it. Wait, why can't I see that word? There's like a little heart thing blocking it. That's kind of funny. Wait. Let's see. Wait, I can't even see my other chat. Oh, and now I just X out of it. Wait, well that's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. Could it also be a shiny gold farming goblin? Wait, is it getting shiny? I thought they were going to say they were going to add more shinies as they come out. But we haven't even had, like, the initial event for the shiny thing yet. Because to my understanding, there's nothing in the game that we can, like, farm shinies from. And I thought they were going to implement it this week, and I was kind of looking at it and then saw, like, oh, there's nothing here. Unless I'm missing something. Don't start cracking you up. Oh, gosh, the puns. Oh, that was really funny, too. I'm not sure why, but, there was some kind of, on my way back, on the flight back from my thing, from the trip, for whatever reason, the one of the flight attendant things, she was doing a bunch of, like, dad jokes and puns the entire time, like, at the beginning and end, and it was so hilarious. And the cracking me up one reminded me of that. But yeah, she had like a dozen of them. A couple are actually pretty good. Let's see. Throw that one down. Hey, you get along with her then? I think one of the funniest ones she did was it wasn't the one she didn't even lead with. It was one of the ones near the end. But it was what would a Karate Kid get from Burger King? And it was a wapa. And the way she said it, it was definitely the best joke of the entire night. Just the way that she exaggerated it. Oh, we found the merchant. I don't need him. Oh, let's just go down this way. I'll take the skull over. Grab the green. Try for blue next turn. Or not. Never mind. That cascade completely ruined that plan. I'll take green. Also, booty gems pretty underwhelming, by the way. They're very similar to bomb gems in that they do basically nothing. Though it's better than something that's super annoying, if nothing else. But they kind of just sit there. Oh, we're getting a lot of insta-kills this time. Wow, we got 3 insta-kills. Yeah, we can make it for the last one. Alright, where on earth is this room? Oh, so let's make sure we're on the right side of the thing this time. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't had more ways to be able to get shiny troops. I was expecting them to be integrated in a bit more than how they are. Because right now it's kind of limited on how you obtain them. Because it seems like something initially that, you know, would have been kind of like how it was more so before, where you can kind of get it just passively over time through a lot of various means. Is there a lot of shiny troops? There's 30 currently within the game. Though they mentioned they'll be adding more over time. And they did also mention they're eventually going to do Legends and Mythics. All initial ones are only going to be for Epic and below. Yeah, we're going to be getting more over time, so yeah. Oh, wait, did they already do it for this week? How did they already add it, though, if there's no way to get a shiny token? Or am I just missing something? Because I'm pretty sure there's no way to get a shiny token right now, right? Yeah, free mail with Chris Turtle, but that doesn't count. There's been no actual way to earn them in-game yet. So even though the new troop technically got one, you know, it's... well, I guess that it does make it 31. But, you know, we still can't get the other 30 of them, currently. It's just Chris Turtle and nothing else. Oh, nice, we found the boss room. I just realized, though, we haven't found the door. What's with this? We keep finding the, I didn't have this happen a single time last time, and now this is our second time already. I keep finding the boss room before the door. Whereas last time, every single time I found the door before the boss room. Even on the ones where I found the boss room immediately, I still found the door first. You know what? I kind of want more mana first. I'll do it on brown. Slight miss, but we can make that work. Oh, okay. I thought that was an extra turn for a second. It still was. Insta kills in there. Also, what's nice is a Hunter's Mark 2 coming into play. I was not sure why I hit him with a skull, though. It's not really going to do much. Alright, see if we can get the extra turn there. Nope. No free kill. Just poke him. Yeah, this one has, like, no loot. Which one was this? The third one? Because that's, like, the worst room out of all of them. By far. Not even close. Yeah, that's the third. Yeah, the third is by far the absolute worst. It's not even close. It is truly awful. Alright, so that means the door is up. Which means it's going to go to the right after then. That's the only other way it can go at this point. And then we loop back around when we get over there. Which also means the door should only be like 2-3 battles from this location. Alright, we'll take that one up. Nice free insta-kill. 2 free insta-kills. I almost want to do a battle where all we do is just insta-kills on them. Technically, the deeper that we go, the more likely it is to occur due to their higher durability. Got a triple there again. Wait, what is this path right now? It's leading us all the way back. I was expecting that to go, like, up. Not left. It eventually has to go right. It literally has to turn right now. It physically can't not go up. Let's see. We'll take that. Hopefully we can get a kill off of that. Actually, I just go for double Megavore. We'll do that. He'll poke us back. Do that. Boom, dead. Now the path goes up. There we go. It's the only way it could have gone there. Not like that was much of a guess. It was impossible for it not to go there. Nice. Free insta-kill immediately. Love to see it. Oh, I don't have a cascade for that. Come on, Cycrox. You don't have full mana either. I'll take it on to green. It doesn't really help anyone but himself, but do still need it for the insta-kill chance. Oh, come on, blue or brown. Why are there like 0 of you on the board? Extra turn from that. Why is it only doing green? Fine, I'll do green. It really wants me to keep hitting green for some reason. Let's just kill. What am I doing? I didn't even realize we already had full mana on them. There we go. That's another thing. Oh, what on earth is that door position? Wow, they're bringing us all the way back there. That's tight. Does it always do that with the pathing? I'm not sure if I even noticed that on the other one. Yeah, the biggest issue I could see with shiny troops is it punishes people who are active in the game. If that makes any sense. Because the return rate on Dust is really, really, really bad. So like a new player coming and starting the game like 3 years from now, like when they start getting all the shiny troops, it's not going to be that bad for them, ultimately. Because the system is kind of made, so if a new player comes in, it wouldn't be that bad to catch up. But it's going to be really bad for people who just like play every single day, in a sense. Because you're going to waste so much resources with the excess shinies. Because yes, there is a dust system, but your return on like value from getting troops dusted is really, really bad. Like absurdly bad. I think it was like what, 20 for 1 or something? Or whatever it was. I don't remember the exact rate, but it was something absurdly, absurdly bad. Where you have to dust like almost 20 things to get one singular thing. Which, you know, those 20 things would have been almost like a max shiny at that point. Because I think you only need 30, if I'm not mistaken. So 20 for one singular dust. That means, let's say it is 20. That means within 3... you'd basically be able to max 2 troops for the equivalence of 3 towards the 300 you need. So for 10% of an upgrade, you could max 2 troops. If you didn't have them dusted. Which means, in theory, that system works best if you just keep waiting until more and more shinies come into the game. Because if you rush to get too many shinies initially, but we'll have to see exactly how the thing works when they come in. Because I'm not sure exactly how that will work entirely. But otherwise, if it is like a resource sink, which I would assume it is, it could be worthwhile to just wait. And just keep waiting until they add like 10, 20, 30, 50 more shinies. And then start going for shinies. It really depends, like, when does a viable shiny come into the game? Or are any of the shinies that are currently available viable? Because, for example, I'm not sure if Crystal really will. It really depends what their secondary effect are. Like, obviously, a lot of them could become better with 2 less mana. But they're putting it on pretty off-meta options. Like, basically things that are bad to try to make them good. Or try to give them new life. Like, some of them are better than others. Like, Crystal is probably one of the strongest 5 or so of all the shinies that they end up implementing. But even then, he's still weaker than Apothecary. Which, kind of sad. Obviously, in the case of Bounty Hunter, it'll be a pretty nice addition. Because it gives a good option instead of Ogress. So I'm pretty sure Ogress will still be better. The poor thing is going to get buffed like crazy and still going to be obsolete. I'll throw that down. I think a skull here. Or an insta-kill, whichever one comes first. So I need one of you to occur. Come on, skull or insta-kill? Doesn't matter which, I just need one of you to trigger already. Wow, it just does not want to give me either. There we go, finally. That took way too long. There's like 12 extra turns without a skull or a insta-kill. And we have 2 8% per thing. A decent chance. Wait, was it 100 in the patch notes? Is it really that bad? Wait, there's no way it's that bad of a rate. I knew it was bad. Is it really that bad? Are you saying that like 3 whole shinies worth of tokens is like 1 single token towards the upgrade? There's no way it's that bad. Wait, I need to go reread the patch notes. Is it that bad? Wait, there's no way it is that bad. Let me double check the full context of patch notes. Let's see. What am I looking for? None of these are the patch notes section. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Gemsofwar.com. I want to check something. Not there. Though I guess we can go there. That works too. Not how I wanted to get there, but sure. Let me check something. Oh yeah, I forgot the page is still broken on this, isn't it? Oh wait, I can do it off of latest news. What am I doing? Latest news, or not latest news, let me patch notes. 7.0 update. Let me read something about dust. I know about the 100 thingy. What I'm looking for here is... okay. So you need 35 total tokens. How much do you get when you give a repeat? Once your troop has reached shiny level 3 and maxed out, their tokens will turn into 5. Okay, it's 5. So it's 20. Isn't that exactly what I said? I could have sworn I said 20. Didn't I say it was 20? Yeah, so I was right. Because I said it was 20 earlier. It'd be 20 for 1. Yeah, so exactly what I said earlier was correct. Wait, why does it seem like I was wrong then? But yeah, exactly what I just said earlier is correct. It's 20 troops equals 1 thing. Because that's the conversion rate. Is 20 shiny troops for 1 you didn't have. So what I mentioned earlier where I said you could max out 2 whole troops for that. Well, I guess maybe not because it's actually 35, not 30. I was doing the math based on 30 to max. It's actually 35 to max. But still, it pretty much checks out. Like, you basically have to scrap 2 whole max shiny troops for 10% of a shiny upgrade. So what I mentioned earlier is still pretty much correct. But it's 35 to max it instead of 30. So my math initially was wrong in that regard. But I was right in that it's the 20 to 1 conversion. Where you basically have to scrap 20 of them to get 1 of 1 you don't have. Oh, what am I doing? I already have the Megavore kill. I'm like trying to get mana for the second Megavore, not realizing my first Megavore is already lethal. So hello, Emanator. Welcome, welcome. Also, the Speed Factor from there. Say hi. Welcome, welcome. So take the brown. One nice thing about this is we can actually see which one is more populated. But that being said, blue's positioned better, so I'm still going for blue, even though there's more brown on the board. Which is one weird thing when doing board control things, or not board control things, but when it's like putting gems on the board. It's not necessarily even the one that has more gems. It's the one that has more gems in the more favorable locations. Like, yes, generally speaking, the one with more gems on the board is better to do. But sometimes the position of where the gems are is more likely that they will extra turn. Even if the number is slightly less. Oh, we're at the point where Megavore doesn't one-shot anymore. That's not ideal. It is extremely not ideal. Oh gosh, this is a 65% reduction guide too. It is actually the lowest rarity thing in the game that has 65% reduction. It's very tanky. Alright, what's our guess here? There's a path going left. We know for sure the door isn't there, and since we haven't found the door yet, I'm going right first. Since it seems like it is... we keep not hitting the door first, I'm actually going to go for the door first here. Because there's a 100% chance the door is to the right. There's no way it can be to the left, because it can't cycle back to the other section if it is. So we know for sure it's over to the right. So let's go find the door first. Because that'll at least be bringing us to some kind of progress that is meaningful. And then we can turn around and figure out where the other thing is. I would love if 8% could ever trigger. I only need to trigger twice per fight, so we can then Mega Void the other two. At this point, it doesn't actually one-shot anymore, but still. We're going to go for a green here. Fine if he only feeds into himself. It's not ideal, but he wasn't going to get full mana anyways. Alright, now we can do it on blue. There we go. Now, could you do that, like, one more time? There we go. Thank you, Eminator. Yep, we're finally back from our trip. It was pretty fun. I had to eat at a lot of my childhood places. Also, I did cheat with soda twice. I had root beer 2 times. And technically, I actually cheated like 2.5 times. Because, let's see, the 2.5 times I cheated. So far this year, for any of you that don't know, I haven't been having like any soda. But I did cheat a little bit while I was away. The first time was at Stewart's Root Beer. I actually went there like immediately when we got there. Because it's a little bit far away from where we normally are, the 2 locations that are near us. Because both of them are like half an hour from the house. And the one that was on the airport side, we ended up going to. Or not really airport side, it's like over half an hour from the airport too, but you know, it was on the way back from the airport, so. But yeah, we went to a Stewart's Root Beer, and obviously, you have to get a root beer float at a Stewart's Root Beer. Like, you can't not go to one and not get it. Like, it's kind of required. So we ended up doing that there. That was the first time. And I actually ended up getting their lobster bisque. Even though they're under new ownership, their lobster bisque honestly still tastes exactly the same. A lot of their everything still does, surprisingly. And it's not too bad. Far from the best lobster bisque I ever had, but I do remember its taste. And yeah, you know, it passes as a lobster bisque. It's actually one of the cheaper lobster bisques you can get from a place too. I think it was like $6, which, you know, isn't too bad with the economy these days. I think it used to be as cheap as like $4 way back in the day. They give a relatively, well, I wouldn't say small portion, but you know, smaller than what you would get at like a proper restaurant. Because, you know, it's like one of those eateries, kind of like a Sonic or something, where you just like eat by your car or like eat in their little sit-in area. The sit-in area is like completely wrapped off now too, compared to how it used to be like completely outside. But I guess they did that for the weather and just because the bugs and everything. Also, I thought that was a normal skull for a second. That is not a normal skull. But yeah, the other 2 times I cheated was at the Sawmill, because we also got root beer there. And the half time that I cheated, technically it wasn't soda, but technically it basically was soda, with how sugary and everything else it was after we went to a place, because he wanted to go to a one of the local cheesesteak places that was pretty decent. And they actually downsized their cheesesteak since they last went there. So he ended up ordering a half, thinking it would be like this massive thing. But it was a lot smaller than he remembered because he hasn't eaten there in a little while. So we ended up getting like that and cheese fries there. And, you know, we were still like hungry after the fact because we split like half of a sandwich. So we basically had both a fourth of a cheesesteak. Because we ordered a half and then we split that half in half. And also then split the cheese fries thing. So we're still like hungry after. So we end up going to the Taco Bell there. And one thing I always find interesting about chains, restaurant chains, is they are actually surprisingly different from state to state, and assumably also from country to country. But the Taco Bell there was so ridiculously good. Like, I wish every Taco Bell was that good. Like, it was just so fresh. The shell was actually, like, hard and didn't get, like, too soggy or break, like it does, like, every single time at the place by me. And this is consistent, too. Like, every time I've ever been there, in the couple years that that place has been there, and I've only ate there, like, a couple times, but still, over the few years when I have every single time, it has always been, like, so good and so consistent. But anyways, the drink I ended up getting there was, they seem to have, like, some kind of newer one, thing. Like, you know, they normally have, like, what's that one called? Baja Blast or something for the Mountain Dew. Like, I think they own the rights to be able to, like, sell that. And they have another promotional one right now. I'm not sure if it's, like, temporary or what. But they have, like, some kind of, like, Dragon Brisk iced tea. I think it was called, like, Dragon Paradise. Probably for the summer. They're just running it. And, gosh, it was so good. It basically was a soda. It was basically a carbonated iced tea. It which at that point, it's basically just soda. So technically it was tea, but, you know, it wasn't called soda. But it basically was soda. But it was really good. Had like a berry taste to it while still having like a tea and fizzy taste to it. It's pretty nice. Also, I'm playing this battle so horribly right now. Because my train of thought is all over the place. Yeah, any good pizza? Oh yeah, the Sawmill had some really good pizza. I actually tried a couple different slices there, which I normally don't. And yeah, the standard normal slice is still the best. I ended up trying their white pizza with broccoli, which they did not distribute the broccoli or the whiteness particularly well. Like when they have like, I'm not sure exactly what we would call that. Like the cheese, like, you know how like, they have like the standard white base, but then there's like sometimes blobs of like other thing on it. I can't remember what the other thing even is. It's not like sour cream. It's not like a cheese. I can't remember what it's called. It probably has a special name. But that and the broccoli were not distributed particularly well on it. The other one I ended up getting there was a chicken parmesan one, which, I don't know, it didn't like taste like pizza. So I would say their normal pizza slice still the best. Honestly, every single time I try ordering something else there, it's honestly kind of average. Like the Sawmill does not have too many good items. But what they do have good is really good. What is really good from them is their standard pizza slice, which is really large. It's like 30-something inch. Their standard pizza slice and their cheese fries. Always their best option. There's a lot of stuff from them that's actually pretty underwhelming, surprisingly. I still wanted to try it. Never bothered since I've been there. Did I get to meet up with Isabel? No, she had some kind of ride issue, so I wasn't able to meet up with her this time, but we can another time. I'll be up. I'm up there generally every single year. The only reason it took so long this time is because it kept getting canceled. Because I was there a year and a half ago, and I was supposed to go because I mentioned earlier I was supposed to go there for Christmas, but there was no direct flight, so I didn't bother. Because not only is it like double the price, but you also I literally had to fly to Florida. I literally had to go south to go north. It was so weird. I never seen that before. Like, I literally had to go to Florida to go north to New Jersey, which made no sense. And it, like, doubled the cost of the flight. So I just waited until Father's Day, and then he got back problems, and then, you know, we just went now the last week. But the trip was supposed to be, like, 7 months ago. It just kept getting delayed over and over again. Let's see. I'll take the blue over there. Yeah, I'm not sure why. For whatever reason, Spirit Airlines doesn't have direct flights to some places sometimes a years. And I very, very rarely ever use something that isn't Spirit Airlines. Mostly because they're just generally almost always way substantially cheaper. I think it's probably with American Express or something else, whatever it was, like twice? Or American Airlines, whatever it's called. Actually, American Express, isn't that like a credit card company? Or something. But, American Airlines I've flown with, I think, twice. But almost every other time I've ever flown has been Spirit Airlines. Mostly because the pricing is so ridiculously cheap. Like, there's sometimes years, if I, like, perfectly plan the days, where I can get round trip to New Jersey for, like, $60 without even any kind of special promotion. Just literally just the standard flight that they have going out. Because I think one of the ways on my flight was only like 30-something bucks this time around. But the other one was like 60-something. But if you plan the days perfectly, you can go both ways for like 30 bucks a lot of times. Or maybe not a lot of times, but sometimes years. So if I just keep an eye on it around the time when I'm planning a trip, just do it like that. As long as it's not near like any kind of major holiday or something. Because obviously it's higher around those times, as you would expect. Okay, we'll take that one over. Go for blue. And one of the reasons why it's actually so cheap going into New Jersey is realistically, who is traveling to New Jersey? Not counting, I guess, Atlantic City, though that is the airport I normally go to. But like realistically, who was really vacationing or anything in New Jersey? Like, that's almost no one. So flights to get there actually tend to be pretty cheap. Let's see. Go throw that over. Because unless you have, like, family or you're going to Atlantic City, there's almost, like, no reason to specifically go to New Jersey. Very few. Let's see. I'll take that one over. So I've not been paying attention to half these battles, by the way. But they seem to be going okay. I should have taken that skull first. Honestly, we should be extra turn spamming more. Maybe gain some extra value on them for those insta-kills, because the deeper we get, the more extra turn spam we're going to have to do to try to get insta-kills. Make it go quicker. Well, how many torches do we have left? I'm just like using these like they're nothing. But we have 10 left. What's today? Wednesday? So yeah, honestly, I think we're always going to be good on torches. I was concerned that we would run out of torches a lot of times. But from what I can tell, as long as you don't get, like, absurd bad luck, you will always have enough torches if you buy max torches every day. And then stop buying torches when you don't need torches anymore, obviously. Because I stopped needing torches by Friday last time, or last week, when we did it. Let's see. So I should always throw the Megavore more towards the front, just to make sure if one of them do die to insta-kill. Yeah, the Jersey Shore in New Jersey doesn't have as much of a crowd these days. A lot of the places there didn't bother rebuilding from the hurricane, because the rebuilding costs were way too high. I think most of the rebuilding areas were like almost $1 million minimum because of how they had to build them all up for current regulations and everything. So a lot of people just chose not to rebuild because they had to rebuild to current regulations and it would have taken way too much more money. So that place is a lot more of a ghost town than it used to be. I say that, though every single parking spot was still taking in the main parking area. But there's a lot less like to do there these days. Like still a good amount, obviously. A lot less than, like, way back in the day. Let's see. Any mana? Are you getting anywhere near dying? You are. It might almost be time to switch our hero class to Elemental as soon as I have a tank. Because realistically, once we do that, we'll never lose first slot. Especially because we just have Sacrax spam Brown and we just auto-win from there. Let's see. Do we even have a Cascade there? Is that even worth it? I actually want him to fall for that. Let's move that over. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but sure. We'll go for that. We even got the insta-kill coming in. Let's take the poke. Oh, he has Skull Reflect. We'll lose our first line any second now. We'll let him go create a billion purple so he can Bone Dragon us. Oh, I actually got the kill. Wow, he's actually going to almost kill our team. Let's see, we'll kill that out all the way. No extra turns, triggering. Yeah, I think it might be time to switch it into Elementalist. The only problem with that is that does make our weapon do less mana accumulation. Almost makes me want to use Bronze Lock Pistol instead. But then we're like full blocking. But if we're going to be extra turn spamming anyways, I guess Bronze Lock Pistol makes sense. You know, we'll go for the skull first. And watch him still somehow win on us. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go. Oh, nice. We found the boss room. Let's go do one little remix here. We're going to do this. Do that. Change class to Elementalist. Change banner to... We need a lot of blue and brown. Which one do we want to prioritize more? I guess technically our whole team is now blue and brown, isn't it? Hey, you know what? We can actually just run the Kraken banner. There we go. Even though we're not using the hero class anymore, we'll replace it by using the thing. Alright, which one is this? This is the 4th one. So yeah, this is one of the ones you'd probably want a lamp if you had multiple. Or not lamp, whatever you'd call it, the lantern. I just realized this whole entire stream just has been what's it called? An Underspire. Like, we haven't done anything but Underspire this entire stream. Let's see. Do we need that color anymore? So hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Haley. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh yeah, we made it back safe and sound. Yeah, the trip went really well. Didn't have any issues either way. Went very smoothly. Oh, also, they had some kind of new scanner in Atlantic City, which I've never seen before. They must have just gotten it pretty recently. But they don't have it in South Carolina. But in the Atlantic City, New Jersey one, they had a scanner that you didn't need to take your stuff out of the bag. Like, it could check the liquids and even your laptop and things without needing them separate from your bag, which is so convenient. I didn't have the laptop this time, but if I didn't have to ever take it out, you know, that'd make it so much more convenient. But it was nice because I didn't need to take out all the liquids and everything. I just kept it in there and it was good to go. I wish every Europart had those, but I'm pretty sure some of them are starting to get it. But it was not the South Carolina one, only the New Jersey one. So it is something that's starting to be rolled out. Not all of them have it quite yet. There's a lot more advanced scanning thingy. Whatever you'd call the little scan thing that you have to bring them through. Oh, there we go, we got our silver orb. So that screen went so quickly. Kind of almost mashed through it, but yeah, we get the silver orb there. Alright, next loot. I believe it's just an Orb of Ascension, so it's basically useless. You know, relative to only getting 1 or 2. And then the other one's the gold one that we want to remember to use Lantern on. Or still a day or 2 from that, unless we get lucky here. Alright, let's remember to actually be past the door and not waste a bunch of lanterns this time. Or, not lanterns, I mean torches. We wasted, like, at the beginning of the stream, like 4 torches, 5 torches over there. Anyways, let's keep moving. This will probably be the team we use for the rest of the time, I would assume. It's structured to live and do damage. We use extra turn spam like crazy and go from there. It's a bit of a slower start, but once it gets rolling, it should be good to go. I kind of want to wait till we get side cracks to full mana. And then just start throwing mana. And then just start throwing extra turns until they all die. And rinse and repeat until they're all dead. If we could ever get mana. There we go. Alright, you know what? We'll do it one more time to get the other guy to full mana. We can get an insta-kill along the way. Does not seem like it. Alright, I'm just gonna Megavore then. Megavore 1. Megavore 2. We'll poke. And there we go. It's kind of nice. My dad and grandma's been having like a garden in their backyard. And they actually ended up having like a little arbor archway thing, whatever you'd call that. And they had a bunch of roses and everything bloomed on it. Looked really cool. They also last year had one singular sunflower. I'm not sure how that worked out. It was one singular sunflower that was like 15 feet tall. Maybe not that high. It was like 12 feet tall. Like 10 to 12. Somewhere around there. Like probably close to 12. And I'm not sure how they only had one. But they planted a couple and they somehow literally only had one singular, very tall sunflower. It thrived very well. And yeah, they had a bunch of crops and stuff in their backyard. Not a huge amount because they end up redoing some of this section. But has some fresh asparagus, which I've never actually seen grown in the ground, but it makes sense. They're literally like rods in the ground, and you just snip them off. They had that. They had a bunch of tomatoes. I don't eat tomatoes though. They had a bunch of squash and stuff, which I don't really eat much either. They had eggplant, which is nice. They had a bunch of fresh everything. Because they actually been going like super into like healthy stuff. Because they're reaching like the really old age, so they've been like overly hyper health focused in like every possible way. They also only drink like that pH water thing, like the alkalinized water or whatever you'd call it, alkaline water. It was like 9.5 pH. And it does go down a lot easier, that's for sure. I can never find it cheap near me. Like, I was going shopping at something that doesn't exist in my area. A Lidl or Lidl, whatever it's called. I think it's like Lidl or something. But, yeah, they had a lot of pretty good stuff for pretty cheap. Our equivalent of that, I guess, is technically a Food Lion. But, yeah, there's this waters. We're only like $1 out there. Like the special Lidl bland ones. And if I ever try finding like a Smart Water or anything else similar by me, I think they're all like at almost like $3 after tax in the area. Like they're so expensive. They're only like $1 in New Jersey, which is always something I found really weird. Because the average wage in New Jersey is like double what it is here. You go into a shopping center, and like the prices are the same or cheaper, which make like no sense at all. That's one thing I always found kind of weird. Is like the base products for prices to survive in New Jersey remain pretty like consistently low, but like the wages are so much higher there. Like it's absurdly so. It's just so weird because in South Carolina, like everything like that is so much more expensive. While, you know, you also make less money here. You know what else they also passed pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken? EpiPens are only $35 in New Jersey, which I didn't know. My dad ended up telling me. And I need to double check that if I ever get another EpiPen again, as it will quite literally be cheaper for me to get a round-trip flight to New Jersey before I go get a prescription for an EpiPen, go down to New Jersey, and get my EpiPen prescription filled out there, as it'll be at least $100 cheaper if I do it in New Jersey. And I can easily get almost any time of year, or most time of year, a under $100 round trip to New Jersey. So I can basically get a free trip to New Jersey if I, next time I need an EpiPen. But yeah, I'm not sure why, but, well, I kind of know why, obviously the policies and everything. But it's mostly because of taxes. Taxes in New Jersey, insanely high. But you do get some good benefits from it. And one of those good benefits is, yeah, they also did it for insulin. Insulin is also really cheap in New Jersey. How much so, I don't know, because I don't need insulin. But if I ever do, I'll need to pick it up in New Jersey or something. But, yeah, I need to go pick up every EpiPen I ever get now on in New Jersey now. As it's more cost efficient just to head over there. Yeah, it's basically like if you did it to Canada. Same premise, except we don't have to go to a different country. I just realized he's gained like 1 billion HP from doing that. Obviously, because he life steals from it, so he gained a lot of durability there. I'm gonna do a weird thing. I'm actually gonna go. I'll go for brown. I was gonna do it on green because it's actually a little bit better there, but I need the instant kill, and that's match. Alright, we only have 3 torches left. Oh, that's a dead end. I almost just clicked it too. Well, there's only one other way to go. Well, we made it halfway through the Underspire, which honestly isn't too bad. I keep saying that's going to cost you 2,400 to do it. However, the actual effective cost of going through the Underspire is probably closer to 1,800 or so. Like 1,800 to 2,100. Obviously, it can vary and can go up to 2,400. But last time I didn't need nearly that much. I didn't need 600 of that, so I did in 1,800. Though that was counting the lanterns, though, so that made it a little bit easier. But this time around as well, we're on track for a 2,100 gem completion or so. In the sense that we will not need the battles from Sunday to complete out our current Underspire. That's honestly not that bad. Like about 2,000 or so gems, give or take a little bit, in order to get a double gold orb. Or whatever you call them, double glory. I keep calling them something different every single time. But a double major glory, aka the gold glory orb. I just realized, I have never counted all the orbs that we've been getting from Underspire into the orb counter. Should I even bother? I guess technically. You know what? Since I haven't counted any of them yet, I don't think I'm going to. Because I want to keep that counter, the counter of how many we've gotten from primarily the RNG orbs. Because so far all the counter is from the completely random orbs. It's a completely random orbs from all sources, but is it only the random orb count? is the count that's currently in all the ones below us. I guess technically to the side of us. Well, you know, below the viewing thing. Anyways, let's see. Oh, so does anyone else have any other questions? Anything you want me to go over? I feel like I've been rambling this entire stream. My train of thought has been all over the place. Oh, so we are still doing Underspire. Should probably go do some of the other things real quick, like, you know, every other daily in the game. You know, there's a couple of them. Kind of been doing Underspire the entire time. It's fun though. I really enjoy this mode. While some things with this patch have been questionable at best, I do have to say, I personally like almost everything about the Underspire. Except for the fact that you have to spend money to maximize loot. But you could just not spend money on it. But aside from that, I like almost every single aspect about Underspire. Let's see. But yeah, we're going to be skipping the money thing every single time. Oh yeah, what's the poll at? Yeah, it's 64% for never. What's the rest of the poll at? Let's see. 64% for never, 30% for sometimes, and 5% for always. That's a very small always there. Let me guess. Isabel. No, I was kidding. No, there's definitely going to be a few people. Especially people in the high VIP levels that like to support the game. Oh no, if you do spend money on it, it's definitely, I would say, only $2 every single week. Is all you really need to do to maximize it. The only reason you'd ever do more is if you want to play it safe in case you feel like you're going to lose some of the later battles. At which point you would go and double that to 4. I don't feel like that's as needed, but it is definitely decently possible to lose the final 2 fights. Particularly the Diamantina fight. It really depends what you have access to on a given week. Some weeks, that could potentially be a really hard fight. I feel like this week it'll be decently easy. Because if Diamantina is still in the same location, it's in last slot. So it should, in theory, be really easy this week. In the sense that you're just going to insta-kill it with Megavore. It doesn't have a mean insta-kill. So all you have to do is just try to get a few extra turns and boom, it's dead. Of course, to start the fight, you might not get that lucky. But that's all you need to have happen, and then you just auto-win from there. Because the biggest threat on the entire team would just be immediately killed. Instantly. Oh yeah, we never did hand out a second code, did we? We'll need to go do that. Do it after this fight. This might also be the last fight we do for now. Oh no, how many candles or torches do we have left? Might as well just use it. I think we have like 3 left at this point. No, we only have 1 left. Well, might as well use it. Though let me make sure I copy paste the team in case we don't have it yet. I actually do want to mention this for the thingy. As you do need to cover a video on all the things. And that does mean we need to start including Underspire teams now too. You know what, I was gonna put it in there. No, I clicked the wrong button! No, I clicked copy instead of paste. No. Let me try this again. Copy. Alright, let me click the paste button this time. Alright, no, I do not want to buy the orb. Let's see. There we go. What was this other team? Honestly, that's actually correct, yeah. Road event low. That's pretty much a strategy, except you'd probably want to use, like, elementals here. Yeah, it's pretty much a strategy. Just cracking them to death. Hope for devours. Kind of like how we're hoping for insta-kill with this thing. Let's go run our last Underspire, and then we can actually do the other things that exist within this game that isn't Underspire. Somehow our last 2 streams of this game have been nothing but just non-stop Underspire. Even technically the first day we were messing with Underspire, so literally all 3 of our last streams have been pretty much nothing but just plain Underspire. I didn't even think about that till just now. But that's pretty much been the entirety of the last 3 streams. Just entire Underspire streams. I personally enjoy this a lot. I don't know, maybe we'll do a poll on that later. Gauge enjoyment on new mood. It's personally one of my favorite that they've added. Possibly my absolute favorite out of all of them. The way it's monetized, I'm not a huge fan of. But you don't have to touch it to get pretty good loot from this mode. Like, you get better loot if you do. But it's only ever so marginally better. And it's not like you feel like you're missing out on a lot by not buying it. Like, I feel like a season pass is kind of like that. Even though you can earn most of it back in Gems of War in the future. Like, you still feel like you're missing out a bit on some of, like, the newer stuff. But there's, like, no new content locked behind Underspire. So, spending a little bit extra to, like, get that loot isn't really that important. Compared to, like, you know, like the standard season pass. Speaking of which, I have not tried to go out of my way for a single one of these, and apparently they're all done today. Barely had any progress on them earlier, but there they go. We have done all of them just by doing Underspire. Why does this take so long to collect? There it goes. Did they change how this menu works? Why does it feel so much slower and animated? Has it always been like this? I could have sworn that's new. Also, I don't remember this jumping before. I'm pretty sure that's new as well. I don't remember the claim button jumping at me. Also, I haven't actually bought in the past yet. I should probably go do that, shouldn't I? Just now realizing that. They didn't add anything new, right? I'm trying to figure out where we even are here. Wait, what? Wait, they added pet orbs to the bottom? That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's some pet orbs over there. Why is there not, like, a major pet at the end over here? Why haven't they buffed the extended pass? Honestly, I almost don't even want to get the extended pass this time. When are they actually going to buff it? They didn't add any pet orbs here. They didn't add any shiny things here. You still get a useless power orb at the end, though not completely useless. One thing I haven't even really mentioned much this stream. They did add this guy. And of course we've crafted one. You know what, I might as well just craft a second one. There we go. Wait, how many power orbs do we have? We'll be fine. When's the next time they're going to add one? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't, just in case. Oh, you know what? We still will. We're going to definitely build a team that has two. Yes, I know I already own one. Now we have one too. There we go. But, yeah, new mythic guy. Same cost as Olgoth. Quite a bit of a different premise, though, surprisingly. Like, they both have the do insta-kill thing. However, they do insta-kill thing in quite a bit of a different way. How do you spell his name again? C's. Oh, I meant to click all color, not that. There he is. The Catharadiska. Yeah, that guy. He kills an enemy and creates a bunch of curse gems, yellow gems, and fairy fire gems. We'll mess around with him maybe tomorrow, sometime this week for sure. However, yeah, he's basically Zolgoth, but not Zolgoth. He does a bunch of mana accumulations with Cursed Fairy Fire. Cursed Fairy Fire, in theory, very strong. But the main premise is just him plus Zolgoth. Because they cover every color together. So you just use something in first slot, ideally something that's really good with skulls, followed by Super Mana Accumulator, followed by Zolgoth Catharix guy, and that's the team. Like, that's all you need. That's like his whole main premise. Because the other premise that he's used for, it's a little clunky. And that would be, of course, using him with things that do good spell damage. Because even though he has a weird final trait, because it doesn't really work as well for him because, you know, he doesn't create skulls like Zolgoth does. Aside from that, his main premise is, you know, he insta-kills something and then basically sets up really good into a bunch of mana accumulation so that you can then go kill them with a spell cast. Because you're going to be Cursed Fairy Firing. So unless they have that one invulnerable trait thing, you will be able to go and Fairy Fire every single thing on their team, even if they have Impervious. So that will make you do 50% more spell damage. And if you have something that concentrates your damage, like, for example, split damage, for example, you know, or something that hits, like, multiple single targets, it'll be able to do more damage overall, not just from the 50%, but because there's less targets, because you're making them go from 4 to 3, and then 3 to 2, so on and so forth. So some kind of good spell cast like that can end up working out really good with. Like, let's say, like, Tina 9000, for example. You can basically get it up to almost, like, one shot or double hit with that, and, you know, just kill into another cast and just wipe their whole team that way. There's a lot of premises it could be used for. I do personally feel like Zolgoth is still better. Because one big issue that this guy has is he's great when he works, as are like a lot of troops in the game. But if he misses, he has no backup plan at all. If you miss with this thing, you curse your entire team, you fairy fire your entire team, you give them infinite yellow mana, or at least like 30 plus, which is basically infinite. It depends, you know, if they have a mythic that's not infinite, but you know, it's a lot of yellow mana. And on top of all that, they're not frozen. Because one nice thing about Zolgoth is even if you completely miss and give them like a 5 extra turn setup, you froze them. So they're not going to have any follow-up on you. So it's... Zolgoth has more protection when he misses, but the main benefit of this guy is he actually mana accumulates. One issue with Zolgoth is he does not mana accumulate for himself. It's why most teams with him normally use double mana accumulation, like Leprechaun Thrall, Leprechaun Marilith, we use for the Angry Mob Leprechaun a lot of times. Like, you generally need the double mana accumulator, because it itself is not a mana accumulator. However, you only need one mana accumulator for Catharix, as he mana accumulates for himself. So, as long as he doesn't, like, super miss, you're going to be getting most, especially if the yellows hit, pretty much all your mana back. So, he's both worse and better than Zolgoth. And I haven't messed around with him a lot yet to really fully see the difference. But, I don't know. He's a lot higher risk, higher reward Zolgoth in a sense. It's probably the easiest way I could put this guy. But, yeah, he's good, to say the least. He's really good. I'm not sure if he's Zolgoth good. Who knows? Maybe he's even better than Zolgoth good. But, you know, he's basically just opposite Zolgoth. Similarly decent, just a bit different. Let's see. Did you miss the second code? No, I didn't hand it out yet. Let me go hand it out right now. Also, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, let me go clear out the dailies, and I think we're going to just call it there. Yeah, here you guys go. Enjoy code. It should be Sharky code as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is definitely Sharky code. Also, did someone claim it for me that quick? That had to have been the previous code. There's no way someone claimed that for me within 3 seconds. Because that would have been so absurdly quick. It was like instant input. I'm pretty sure that was the previous one. Anyways, what are we doing? Let's go clear this out real quick. Let's go Magnesia, I guess. Let's go clear out the dailies and whatever else. We'll ignore the world event. Oh yeah, we also have a pet event. I actually have to do it today. It's one of the pets I haven't maxed. Also, I didn't really make much of the spiel on it, because we haven't covered the weekly video yet, or the, or really even make it mentioned. But I believe this is the first time the parrot is available for a guaranteed event. So this parrot has existed for a little over a year now. But if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time ever where it has been available on a guaranteed event without needing to RNG for it. So this could potentially be some people's first time getting this in a sense. I'm pretty sure most people have gotten this bird by now. But this is the first guaranteed time to get this bird since its original release. Because it was one of those 6 that released randomly with a patch. So it was a lot more awkward to get. Now, this is the first guarantee time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Which would also explain why I haven't maxed it yet. Because I think it still has a ways to go. I still need like 20-something copies of it. I have no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. Also, gosh, we've been going for like 2 hours. We spent like an hour and a half just getting enveloped in the Underspire. Though I just realized the Underspire did kind of increase the amount of daily time you have to do, though. Because if you're going to do Underworld and Underspire, that's a pretty decent chunk of time. Like, let's say you spend 30 minutes on Underworld, though it is possible to spend less. It's like 20 to 30. It can be done in 15 even. Let's just say 20. So you spend like 20 in Underworld. You could easily spend like 20 in Underspire, because it's 22 fights. But then again, that's less than that. Well, yeah, I don't know. Let's say 20 for both. Let's just average it out. Honestly, that's still under an hour, because the other dailies take like 5 minutes. Because one of the daily are good about it doing arena. No one does arena daily. Like, almost no one. Like, it would literally be a decimal % of people that do the arena daily. The 3 arenas per day. Because the loot for it isn't even loot. It's literally just an opportunity to spend gems. It's basically just weaker merchant. I wonder if they're ever going to rework that. Because doing the 3 arena dailies is quite literally just weaker merchant. Like, you're better off just doing explorer for that amount of time. You would get better loot. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that was the other code. Oh, there's the other code. Anyways, let's go get this pet before I forget, because I will forget if I don't get it next. But yeah, I believe this is the first time ever it's been available on a guarantee event. Even though it has been available for about a year now. But this is the first guarantee 1 day long time period where it's been available. Oh, do we still need a spot? But yeah, if anyone wants to join the guild, if you could do 2 million plus gold. Also, I just realized something. There was something in the patch notes that still hasn't happened. Have they mentioned on the forum yet, like, when that's going to happen? Because I could have sworn it was supposed to happen this week. But weren't they supposed to extend all the reward tiers for weeklies to 16 instead of 12? There's one thing that threw me off on Monday. Was, when I went to go check the ward event. Yeah, ward event. When I went to go check the ward event, it showed only 12 stages of rewards and not 16. Because I could have sworn one of the patches was... it requires 16 now. But I went to go check it, it was only 12. So I'm not sure if that doesn't take effect till like next week, or what's going on with that. Or maybe it's only a couple events, like raids and invasions and stuff. Because I believe we do have one of those next week, so we'll know for sure then. I can't remember which, but I believe one of them does take place next week. And maybe that's why the free mail of Crystal Turtle. I'm pretty sure they just did that because it was 7.0. They generally do that at the beginning of a patch. Whenever there's a new currency in a patch, they almost always give out some of the free currency. This pretty much just always happens for new patches. Very rarely does it not happen. Oh, I forgot, we're at the deeper range where I actually have to buff. That's the whole reason why I have this team even set up like this. Because on 7 and 8, it doesn't have enough damage. 8, it always won't have enough. 7, it won't have enough for a very long time. We would need a lot more magic added to the game for it to be able to hit that. But the whole premise of this team is, well, for one, Thrall, you need mana. I guess we don't need mana now. We just throw, the whole premise of this team is you throw down Empress onto this and then you one-shot. But you only need that for the 7th and 8th fight. The other ones, it has enough to one-shot, at least this late in the game. Come on, 6 copies. 2, better than 1 at least. Oh, I still need 23 more. At some point. Luckily, Bonnie Rose isn't particularly meta. It's not a horrible troop, it's just not useful. Like, the premise of what it does, like, in arena is kind of okay. Just under most circumstances, it just doesn't scale enough. Oh, top 3, 100%? No! No! Oh. We got triple trap. Oh, anyways, let's go back to Zolgoth. Actually, you know what? Let's go test, let's go have some fun here. Let's go mess with, you know what? I'm actually gonna go all the way in. We're gonna go Thrall. That's nice about Thrall. We're gonna go Thrall. We're gonna go Angry Mob. We're going to go, that guy. And we're gonna go like double purple red, double purple brown. Maybe just double purple. Also, imagine Thrall being shiny. Do you know how broken that would be? That would be so absurdly, hilariously broken. Like, I don't even know how to comprehend how broken that would be. It's never going to happen, I'm pretty sure. But what if it does? Like, what if Thrall became shiny? and they didn't change how destroys work in the game. 4 mana cost Thrall, guarantee full mana, no banner. On top of whatever new effect he gets. As if he doesn't already have a billion. Yeah, this guy is basically Zolgoth, but not Zolgoth. Like, he kills the thing. He creates a billion special gems. It then backfires on you like crazy, and then you auto-lose. No. But that's my biggest concern with ever using him. And one reason I'll probably use him pretty sparingly is more so if he misses. Gosh, it is so bad. Like, Zolgoth miss, not that bad. This guy miss, like, wipe your entire team bad. It's just the big concern of ever having him even touch the team. They're already destroyed. Honestly, him exploding whole board would be worse than him destroying it. Because you get less mana from it. But he already does in Underworld. Like, in not Underworld, he doesn't have enough magic. But in Underworld, he has enough magic to just wipe. Also, I would love if you could ever hit extra turn. That was one issue I had with him initially. And one of the reasons I said he's probably weaker than Zolgoth ultimately. His extra turn rate is so bad. It is so bad. Like, I feel like he has a higher chance to curse Fairy Fire your entire team than the enemy entire team. From my experience with him so far. However, him with Zolgoth isn't as bad because you can utilize the freeze from Zolgoth. And then you have 2 things that have insta-kill. Plus you have coverage onto every color in the entire game. So them in combination, kind of not too bad. But him in isolation, not ideal. Like, we haven't hit a single extra turn this entire time yet. We're at 100% miss rate so far this stream with him. He just does not extra turn, ever. Well, together they work. It just is weird because you don't really get to use the Fairy Fire Curse option of him. Like, one of his whole gimmicks. And I feel like most teams that are really viable with him, you don't even touch his whole Curse Fairy Fire mechanic. Because one fun way to do that would be like with a Tesla or something similar. And you still could. But honestly, just putting him with Zolgoth just seems like the best way to do it. Oh, Celestial Flask is a pretty fun one, yeah. That would work. We would be using Thrall as our only starter mana, though. And I feel like, at least for that, I'd still want to stick with Angry Mob. Yeah, Flask would work out as a pretty nice option. What's the one color that Flask doesn't have? Isn't it like blue or brown? I don't remember. For whatever reason, there's like one color it doesn't do. For like no seemingly reason. But this is just that singular one. Anyways, guys, I believe that is everything. 2-hour stream. Wasn't expecting it to take that long. Obviously, Underspire doesn't normally take that long. I would say it normally takes, well, I mentioned earlier, like maybe 20 minutes, 25. It's about a minute battle. Although it could take a little bit longer as you get deeper, obviously. But obviously we had 66, which is the main reason why it took so long there. Plus we were talking about things. But anyways, yeah, Underspire, I've been enjoying it a lot. Then we just have our standard dailies. Also, what is Epic Trial? Oh yeah, we never did the trials. We'll have to do them tomorrow. I'm not going to do them right now. But yeah, I haven't touched a trial battle, so I'll probably make mention of it in the video as well. Even though I haven't actually touched them yet, but yeah, we got to go use this team to go obliterate them all. Main premise is Submerge, kill them off of Captain McCall, and then win that way. Earlier fights, you might just use Shocktopus because the better damage. Or then again, would that even be enough damage? Never mind, just go all in for the Captain McCall kills. I just realized it's going to be so annoying at the lower range. Because these battles are going to take just as long as the later fights, because most of your damage is from insta-killing them. So that's going to be annoying. But yeah, the team's going to likely be something along the lines of this, something like that. Because you mostly want to keep Captain McCall as your most safe option. This guy you could sacrifice, because we could do it more like this. Yeah, I think we do it like this. Because we need those initial converts. We let this guy die. Then this guy gets to tank for the other thing a little bit. And Captain McCall just keeps one-shotting the entire enemy team until we win. But yeah, it'll likely be something along the lines of this. Ship Cannon, First Mate. Actually, did I already set up the team for this? I may have earlier. Where did I set it up? No, I didn't. Let's see. It was cannon. See if I can even remember what they were. Cannon. Cannon. Hello. Cannon. Cannon. Oh, are you not called cannon? Cannon? You're literally called a ship cannon. It's because it has ship. I was looking at the sea area. I was expecting it to be there, but no, it's not. Let's see. Go get the mate. Go get the, do I even remember the other guy he's called? Shock. That's not how you spell shock. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, Captain McCall. And the banner was forced to, was it red blue? No, not that one. Wait, where's the banner for, actually, forget their thing. Blackhawk, Blackhawk. Oh yeah, it was the Kraken banner. And, oh wait, I actually accidentally put them into correct order. Oh, that's funny. I actually put them onto the team by default in correct order. But yeah, that'd be the team. Ship Cannon, First Mate, Axe Blubber, whatever his name is. Shocktopus, and Captain McCall. With Captain McCall being 90% of your entire team. That's why he's all the way in the back. That's pretty much the game plan. I guess you could technically put Ship Cannon back a little bit further if you wanted to. Let's see. Which one? The one with Flask? I saw your Flask team, Tyrion. Yeah, we'll go mess with it next time. And mess with it with Flask. Because did you post a second one? Because the team you mentioned, yeah, it was just that with Flask. Which would be this replacement. It would just be this, but a Flask right there. There we go. Maybe we could try it that way. But until next time. Alright, anyways, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as always. We're back to normal schedule at this point, pretty much. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 hours prior to now tomorrow, as we do, well, every night going forward now. You know, obviously, we weren't able to last week, but back to normal schedule now. Aside from that, yeah, we'll have the weekly video up on this nice early Thursday. And from there, we'll hopefully be able to cover some stuff related to 7.0. First video will likely be on the main piece of content, the Underspire. And I'll go over basically some screenshots of our adventure from last week, since obviously we weren't here for it. The 113 run, just kind of explaining it, all that. And just some general overall overview of it in a summarized, hopefully under 10-minute video that will probably go like 15 to 20 minutes long. But, you know, just covering a video going over all of it. Because so far, all of our videos on it have been like at least 2 hours long, including this one. So, yeah, we need to go get an actual video on it soon. Soon TM. Probably this Friday, because we don't really have like a proper Friday event, I don't think. Actually, yeah, we do. We have a deep delve. Oh gosh, then we have to cover a deep delve video. We have a lot of videos to go cover. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.